How's it, and welcome to another Jedoxian presentation. We're doing a live Pareto drill down using our WhatIf model. Bear with me for a few slides while we set the scene. We're using a scenario for next year that has a 5% reduction in sales, 10% increase in costs, and we're investigating the impact on gross profit. And we're doing a Pareto drill down on the product dimension. A bit about the Pareto Principle. Pareto is a great management tool. It's based on the 80-20 rule. 20% of causes produce 80% of the effect. So, for example, 80% of sales comes from 20% of customers. It originated from a landowner study. 20% of landowners owned 80% of the land. And we find the Pareto or power distribution in many of our data sets. So salaries, tax, income, wealth distributions, city sizes, customers and product sales, etc. As a tool, it helps us focus on the few things that have the greatest impact. So, for example, if I go into elements, bikes, okay, we have 97 bikes, around 100 bikes, and we can see straight away that the top bike, the bike that has the greatest difference is 150 Silver 56. It has 600,000 profit shrinkage and accounts for 10% of all bikes. If I look at the top, so the top 20 are around 21%, and they account for 74% of the profit shrinkage. So another way of saying this is that the other 80 bikes only account for 25% of profit shrinkage. About a Pareto chart, we present the items as a bar chart in descending order. Then we generate a cumulative distribution against it. And the combination of the two is a great way to glean which items have the highest impact, as we've just shown. So our WhatIf scenario analyzer clips into any Jedox cube that has a measures, date, and version dimension. And in this demo, we're using the Bikers Jedox sample database and the Orders2 cube. In addition to the core dimensions that we need for our WhatIf model, the Orders2 cube also has a products, channels, customers, and years dimension. We'll be using the product dimension. Its main hierarchy has 3 levels: category, subcategory, and product. And we'll use a Pareto drill down to investigate each level. Okay, let's kick off the presentation. Welcome to the WhatIf scenario analyzer. This is our reporting homepage. You can get to the Pareto tool either via the menu or from the thumbnail. But before we do that, let's just set some global parameters. So we're going to be using the Biker database. We are using the Orders2 cube, and we've already created a scenario for next year. We're filtering our cube on 2016 for all products, all customers, all channels. Okay. Right, let's jump into the Pareto tool. And let's just kick it off from the top. A quick overview of what this report is showing. The WhatIf model has 3 core dimensions. For the version dimension, we are using actuals in our scenario. For the date dimension, we've mapped the month dimension in the Orders2 cube, and here we are filtering for the whole year. For the measures dimension, we are filtering on gross profit. The Orders cube also has some cross dimensions, and we are focusing on products, and we're starting at the top for all products. The title line shows the titles for what we've selected above, and we have KPI style tiles to the right, which are summaries of the totals to their significant digits. So actuals has 21.6 million. Our scenario only produced 14.3 million. The difference between the two is around 7.3 million, and that represents a 34% change. The 2 red tiles are linked to our slider control. They show the cumulative amounts for the slider count. The upper tile shows the cumulative value, and the bottom the cumulative percentage. So in our example, the top item, in this case bikes, has a cumulative value of around 6 million profit shrinkage, and that accounts for around 80% of the total profit shrinkage. Underneath the totals are the child elements that make up our chosen cross dimension item. In this case, we're looking at the product categories that for all products. All right, let's jump into bikes. Okay, there are 3 subcategories for bikes, of which road bikes is the most significant. Total bike profit shrinkage is 5.8 million, and the road bikes accounts for nearly 5 million of that, or 84.5%. Let's drill into road bikes. So we can see that Cross 150 Silver 56 has the highest impact. It is about 620,000 in profit shrinkage and accounts for 12.5% of the total profit shrinkage, although it only represents 2% of the road bikes. Visually, the top 5 items, road bikes, seem to have the most impact. So we can look at the cumulative distribution, and they account for about half of the road bikes profit shrinkage. We can also see that on our slider. I think it's about there. Yay. It's 48.1% and a 2.3 million profit shrinkage. Then if we look at the top 10, okay, the top 10 account for 23% of the items, but account for 64% of the profit shrinkage at 3.17 million. The products are the lowest level of our product dimension, but we can take this further. For example, we can explore what customers are impacted by our Cross 150 Silver 56 bike. And we do that using a composition report. We can navigate to our composition report either through our report menu, or we can go via our reporting homepage and we open up the composition analysis. And let's step into Pareto. Okay, so this report has an extra section, the filters dimension. So in addition to our cross dimensions, the filters dimension allows us to filter the cross dimensions against each other. So in this case, we've got customers filtered by products. We want to investigate how our customers are impacted by the Cross 150 Silver 56 product. So let's go and select it. And let's start from the top. Okay, we can see the West accounts for nearly half of the profit shrinkage. So let's drill into it. Okay, all the countries in the West, France accounts for nearly 30%. The other thing about France, you can see how high its percentage changes, which means it's very sensitive to our scenario. Okay, let's go and take a look at the customers inside France that are impacted. Okay, so there's only 2 customers that buy this bike. In both cases, we used to make around about, between 40 and 50,000 profit. And once our scenario kicks in, we're losing almost 40,000 for each of them. Grand Sport Boutique has gone from nearly 45,000 to barely 1,000 in profit. So that's worth investigating. Chances are it's a low markup, high volume product. We could flip this around and ask what other bikes are sensitive in France. And to do so, we need to change our coordinates. So let's go into, we're going to drill down into products. And in this case, we want to see all bikes. And we're going to filter on customers in France. Okay, and we want to see the actual bikes. So we have 97 bikes. If we look at our top bike, Off-Road 100 Blue, accounts for a quarter of the profit shrinkage at 150,000. If we look at the top 10, should be right there. So our top 10 bikes account for 3/4 of the profit shrinkage. Okay, that's it. I'm trying to keep the video at around 10 minutes. I think we've covered most of the Pareto drill down functionality. Cool, till next time. This was a quick walkthrough of some of the capabilities of our what-if building block model. We created a hypothetical scenario and tested what the impact would be across the business. What if allows you to create a scenario, determine what elements in your business are at risk, what's the scale of the risk in terms of percentage change or dollar value, what are the outliers and problem areas, what elements fall within a risk range, and what to focus on to mitigate the risk. We hope you find this presentation useful. Our what-if model is available from our website at jedoxian.com. There's more info on the model on our website or from Jedox Marketplace. Thanks for watching.